guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to auto-land this Boeing 737. First step, to turn on the plane, you want to press Shift V until you see overhead panel view. What you want to do is first click this battery switch, close the top, move this dial to APU generator with your scroll wheel, and then you want to click this APU button down here, turn it on, and click these two. This will turn on everything, so once the APU is turned on, the plane will be able to turn on all of the screens. Let's see, once the APU turns on, everything here turns on because it's getting power. The next step is to click all of these fuel things. The left ones first, then the top ones, then the right ones. Then you want to click here on no smoking and seatbelts, so they turn on. Then you want to click on engine generators over here, and then you can click on these engine hydraulic pumps, and you have to click on these engine on these things, so on these knobs, so that the window heat turns on. Then the next step is to turn on logo and anti-collision lights. Move the first knob to off, and the engine will start to turn on. It doesn't go to co-pilot view. If you're in co-pilot view, you have to wait. Once that starts to turn on and it reaches, it can be at any number, you just click here and it'll start going a lot faster. This is what gives the engine fuel. It just starts spinning, but it won't create enough energy to move the plane. But once you give the fuel, the plane will, you can hear the engine now. So then you can do it with the other one. Just move it to off. Then you wait. Click it, there, it's turning on. As you can see, this one will be moving back soon. It just means that the engine's completely turned on. Oh, it already turned off, so there. Next step is to get flaps set. So I'm gonna get flaps set to 15. Here, flaps 15. Next step I'm gonna do is go to autopilot route manager. Put it on where I'm gonna go, where I'm landing at, the approach. I'm gonna put default, star none, and then SID default. And make sure you double click on approach and on star, so the plane knows what to, so that the plane can create like a more detailed route, so the plane doesn't go direct to the airport. So then you have to go around and make a turn to get there. So then you put in your cruising altitude, your cruise speed, click here on activate, close it, and here you'll see this pink line of the word. Keep this one normally, and then you can move this one to 5, so you can see the line, not too much in detail, but here you can see the line more in detail. So then this one's for seeing where the planes are, and this one's just for making sure that the plane's doing the right thing. So then I'm gonna move this to my cruising speed, which is gonna be 250 knots. There. You click auto throttle arm, then you click on flight director 1 and flight director 2. Select your course. I'll show you how to do that. Go to equipment, map, click data, see. Here. When you locate the runway you're landing on, for me it's runway 35 center. See here is the runway, this is the course number, and this is the frequency. It has to be ILS CAT 3. No, it has to be ILS CAT 1, 2, and 3. So I'm with the course in equipment, radio settings. I'll move this over here. I'll insert it over here. 0.3. Then you want to insert it over here too. The course number, which is down here. Once that, you click here and it should turn light blue, meaning that the plane knows that it has to land there and is ready to land there. Then you close that out. Go to environment, weather, and METAR description down here. Then, next step is to go down and you'll see pressure. You have to put in the number that's in here. For the Boeing 737 will be HPA. You can't change it to inches, but for all other planes, you should be able to change it between HPA and inches in mercury. So here I'll set it. It's 1028. Then I close it because it's already there. So then I can click autoland here. Then you'll put in your altitude. I just have 2,000 because it's a really short flight. There, 2,000 feet. After that, everything is ready. So I'll go back to pilot view. You can rotate once this reaches 120 or 130 knots, and you can raise your landing gear once you reach at least 1,000 feet per minute, which is right here. But this is different for a lot of planes. So I'll take off now. I'll just click, make sure that your parking brake is off. Because of that light, I can turn it off there. It's off now. So then the next step is to click here on speed and it'll start increasing the speed. So that the plane can take off. Let me avoid this airplane really quick.
$80 knots.
80 knots. Then 100 knots. 110 knots. 120 knots, I can start rotating. And then I start rotating. I can raise the gear. I'm over 1,000 feet per minute. Gear up. Make sure you only go up to 15 degrees, which is this line. Once you see this vertical line come in, you can click on CMD-A and CMD-B. After this, you can click to retract your flaps. If you click here too on level change mode, so it'll go to your set altitude. You can see, I'll press A 2 times to speed this up. Now it's being sped up. You can see that there's traffic. On this screen, you can see where the traffic is. You can see if there's traffic in the path, which is right there, but by the time we get there, there should be no traffic. And right where we just took off from, there's a plane lining up with the runway to take off. You can see that right there. Because they're both different, so you can get one of them and then another one, so you can see this just by clicking on the screen. You can see here there's a plane on our path, so the plane should move out of the way. Hopefully it does. I don't see any traffic. Oh, it's because of the traffic, so no, it was on the ground, about to take off. So then, you see that line right there is on approach to the runway so that I can start closing both of them. Once you see the planes going there, so I can start slowing things down by pressing Shift A. Now, the plane is still going straight. Now turning to get aligned with the runway. The airport is around there. I think that's the airport. Okay. The airport is actually over there. The plane's still turning. Once you see that there's a pink thing on here on the screen, you can click VOR LOC, which will get you aligned with the runway. And that, which is where the runway is, over there's the airport. You can ignore all master cautions, but you can also have to check because that might be from when you were starting up the plane. While doing this, you also have to slow down to 132 knots. When you're coming in for the runway, it's 155, but when you're like 2 nautical miles close to the runway, you have to lower it to 132. I'm just going to lower it to 132 so that we don't have to worry about that later. Then, you can move this to auto brake 2. Here you have flap extension speeds. Over here you can see around 210 knots, so you can get flaps 10, which is 1, 2, 4. I heard 4. See that? Below 200, I can go another flap. And below 190, I can go another one. Then below 175, but you have to land with full flaps. So then I'm just gonna get the speed brake arm by clicking it until it's at flight detent. See, I'm landing gear, extending speed 270 knots. So I can lower this. Now I can click approach. Once you see that comes on, so that means that the plane will follow its programmed route. There, the plane should start to angle down to intercept it, or it's going up. You can hear that warning. That's just because below GS. Once we get there, that warning will turn off. Okay, the warning should stop now. We can just wait the warning go away. So landing gear down. The flaps can get extended to full flaps. That is everything, and make sure that both autopilots are engaged. All you have to do is now wait for landing. You can see the plane is coming in for landing. After this, I'll show you the outside view. So everything's set. The plane's coming in for landing.
1,000.
You can see below 1,000 feet. There should be here rollout and flare. That happens when you're closer to the runway than this. So plane is getting closer to the runway. There should be 2 white lights and 2 red lights there. That can change depending on where you're looking with your camera. So there, everything's getting managed.
500.
The plane's ready to land.
400. Approaching minimums.
Okay, after minimums, once you hear minimums, that's your final chance to go around. So there it says flare. It should say roll out here soon.
Minimums.
Okay, and announce the minimums. That's the floor. Approaching. You'll see their flare once the plane's about to touch down. It says align, flare. You have to use rudder.
150, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, now you press delete. And you have to accelerate. You also have to use your rudder so you don't go off the runway by turning off autopilot first. Okay, after you turn off autopilot, the plane will, you have to keep center line. You have to stop the plane fast. Now for the outside view.
Yes.
Here's the outside view.
Welcome aboard. Need help. Use help tutorial.
See the plane coming in for the runway. Here announcing minimums.
100.
You can hear it flaring.
50.
Then for some reason it just turns off the runway completely and then gets aligned again. Then once it touches ground, you deploy reverse thrusters. Displays reverse deployed themselves. Then there's the reverse thrust. And then after that, you can see that the plane's off center line. And that's when I just disconnect autopilot, get aligned with the center line. So there, almost stopped. Stopped. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time.